Where have you been all my life?
I feel like the most important thing when it comes to sex is communication. Dating a married man. Babe, are you on your way home? Okay, I made this and this and this, so hurry back. Yeah, or out. I don't know if men have developed enough to be full-time house husbands. I'm afraid. But I'm not living with a man till I get married. I don't care what anybody says about. I'm happy. That's what you need to know. I am happy. So yeah, welcome back. Today's video is a chit chat get ready with me. So I'm going to do my makeup. Fun fact, I'm back from church and I cleaned my face just to do this video again, do my makeup again, so I appreciate that. Okay, so yeah, I have the questions here, topic suggestions. I have so many of them, so I'm going to pick and choose. Favorites, yeah, I went to favorite all of them, yeah. So I'm going to pick and choose and then we'll go from there. So yeah, what do we start with? So moisturize. This is the moisturizer I use. Focus. Yep. So don't mind my hair. I wanted to scarf it back. No, this is not a makeup tutorial, so it's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right. Lip balm. It's the EOS. I don't know if you can see, but EOS lip balm. Yep. I can see my face properly. My drink. I think it's going to be a little red, so okay, so let's get into it. I feel like let's get into it. So the first question is, how much did you spend in getting the new apartment and furnishing it all? I'm not telling you that. No, you guys start pocket watching. So just what do you think a normal 2-bedroom apartment in Accra will cost? That's averagely what I spent. And in furnishing it, I'm not done furnishing it. I tell you all the places I get my stuff, but I can't tell you all the prices, so you have to do some of the work. So if I tell you my couch is from, I didn't even arrange my couch, but if I tell you my couch and the whole set thing is from Ashform, you can just go Ashform and ask. If I tell you that the vase on the table is from, where did I get the vase from? China Mall, you can go ahead and check. If I tell you the candle is for Justice Kako, you can just go and ask. So it's not, you understand. People are very funny about money, so I don't want people to be like, why did you use all the money to buy this? And why did you, if you check for yourself, give it to yourself. Simple as that. So I'm having my wedding, I'm supposed to do my makeup. Primer, I'm using this elf primer. So I'm having my wedding next year. Oh, okay. I'm currently out of the country and I need help with planning. For some unknown reason, you keep coming to mind. The moment you posted this, I just said, let me shoot my shots. Okay, wedding planning. You know, I actually almost started like a wedding planning business, but planning is a lot of work. I can help you, but that's if you're going to start planning after August, because I'm in school and I have exams and stuff like that coming up in a month or two, so I'm unable to start immediately. But anything after the end of August, I'm game. I can help you. Is it going to be paid or is free? Let me know. Let me know. So after I prime, I use my eyebrow glue for my brows. I don't fill in my brows because my hair is not black. I don't fill in my brows. I just use the eyebrow glue to basically brush through my brows. I'm just doing like a simple everyday beat, nothing too fancy. What's your take on sex after or before marriage? And please share please share your experience if you don't mind. Thank you. Share my experience how. Okay, so I'm going to try as much as possible to be say everything as plainly as I can and be as transparent as I can without telling all my business. But my take on sex before marriage, the thing is, I feel like everybody should, putting religion aside, I don't like saying that, but putting religion aside, I feel like everybody should do what makes them comfortable and what makes them happy. First things first. Considering that I'm a Christian, most of my views stem from that. So obviously, sex in the Bible, sex before marriage in the Bible is considered a sin, right? But also God forgives sin. That doesn't mean that you should be sinning just because you know God will forgive you. No, but you know God forgives sin, so His grace abounds. So it's not really a thing of God is not going to forgive you, blah blah blah. Do you understand? But my opinion is that, I don't know how to put this. Do what makes you happy. Don't let anybody force you into doing things that you're not comfortable with. So if you set certain boundaries, you don't want to have sex before marriage, you don't want to kiss before marriage, you don't want to do anything before marriage, stand on your 10 toes and don't let anybody convince you, no matter your views and your ideas about it. I don't shame or discriminate or judge people who've had sex before, like before marriage or stuff. Hey, my thinking. Like, it's not my business. It's your bedroom business, and you are the only one who knows. So that's your business, right? But I feel like sometimes religion Christians, we are too judgmental when it comes to that, because having sex before marriage and lying are on the same level. There's no greater sin. There's no greater sin than, you know. So yeah, my take is, do what makes you happy, do what makes you comfortable. Don't if you have boundaries, keep them in place, and don't let anybody convince you to do otherwise. Waiting for marriage is a very beautiful thing, but if you want to wait for marriage, that doesn't mean you should be clueless about sex. It doesn't mean that you should be ignorant about sex. You should discuss. Doesn't mean you should run away from the topic of sex, right? You should discuss the topic of sex with your partner, the person you're going to marry. Expectations about sex, even though you don't do it, like you have certain ideas or expectations that might change within the relationship or the marriage, but you should discuss all those things so that you know if both of you are like on the same wavelength when it comes to sex. I feel like the most important thing when it comes to sex is communication. So yeah, just communicate. If you're not going to have sex before marriage and you are in your head like, what if I'm marrying, it's not good and blah 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 blah, just communicate your expectations and, you know, be open to learn. But yeah, do what makes you happy. I'm not in the bedroom with you. All these questions are for one person. Somebody I should talk about dating a married man. I will never be on the bandwagon or support dating a married man. So my foundations I use. Where are you? Where have you been all my life? So I'm using my NARS soft mattes in the shade New Caledonia, and my Fenty Eavesdrop in the shade 20. So those are the two I'm using, and I'm going to mix them. My face has gotten darker because I don't use my sunscreen a lot now. So this is what the two look like. I don't know if you can see. Yep. So I'm going to mix. I need something to mix. So dating a married man. I never support dating a married man. But I always think that the heat should be on the married man. Even though the person who is also dating the married man should be held accountable, especially if they know about dating the married, like if they know the man is married, because a lot of married men lie. So if you know, so this is what the shade looks like. So if you know the man is married, right, and you continue to have a relationship with the man, I feel like you should also be blamed. But I don't think the how do you call him, the wife should be fighting you like deal with your own guilty conscience wherever you are, and the wife should face her husband. That's it. Nobody should be beating. Nobody should be beating anybody's wife or anybody's side chick. Like, and you, the side chick, you should not have any problem with the wife because Charlie, you are petching. But I don't like it. I don't think it's a good idea at all to this thing. And I feel like anybody who deliberately dates the married man, you should be checking some things like morally and psychologically and trauma. You should be looking at all those issues that you have. Maybe that's why you are drawn to a married man. But yeah, I don't think it should be a thing. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. No. Okay, so I don't even know if you can see, but yeah. Don't forget your ears when you're blending. Okay, moving on. Having two boyfriends at the same time. Having two boyfriends at the same time. I don't think I can juggle two men. Men are already stressful as they come, as they are. Juggling two men is a skill, it's a sport. But I feel like you can do whatever you want if the men are aware that you are dating two of them, especially if you are being physical with them, so that you know, like, you discuss protection and all those things. And yeah, but nah, I can't do it. Personally, I can't do it. But if you can, kudos to you. Teach me some skills, because Shelly, even dating and going on dates with different people at like the same time is a lot of work. Like having conversations or talking to like 2 or 3 different people at the same time is a lot of work. So I can't imagine actually having two full-on boyfriends. But yeah, if you can do it, thumbs up to you. Supposed to oops. Okay, let's do, somebody said I should discuss hair care. As you can see, I don't have any hair anymore, but I'm going to try and do some hair care content. I want to learn how to do my own pixie, so I want to make sure the cut is right. So maybe after my next relaxer, I'm going to really start doing my own hair and delve into hair care. But yeah, most of the truth of the matter is I'm genetically blessed with hair from my dad's side. Even my mom has hair, so hair is not a problem for me. That's why I keep cutting my hair. They keep saying that eventually it will stop growing, but whatever, if it stops growing, they are wigs. It's not a big deal. So I didn't use all the foundation. That's what's left. Where have you been all my life? I don't know where that song is in my head. Where have you been all my life? Okay, so 1 or 2 tips on how I choose my interior decor. You have such great taste. Thank you. Sometimes I keep watching, so I watch a lot of interior decor and flipping house shows on YouTube. Austin Flipsters, 3 beds renovations, and a lot of other content creators who post videos about decorating their houses and finding new apartments and all those things. I watch a lot of content. I'm also always on Pinterest. Matter of fact, I get a lot of inspo from Pinterest. So when I got this blue couch, when I was considering getting the blue couch, I went on Pinterest and I typed blue couch decor ideas, and then it gave me blue goes brown and white, and then I can add some touches of like cream and golds, and because the legs are silver, I decided to do like a white and silver instead. So yeah, that's basically most of. Sometimes I just see things I like and I just add them together and they happen to work. So yeah, that's basically it. For next question, which house were you in, Holy Child? Obviously the best house, Saint Agnes house, the smallest but the best. My house was just, up to now we still have a house group, we still talk, we are like friends. Do you understand? We're just 21 in my year group. So yeah, most of us are still cool. I'll say about 18 of us are still cool with each other and talk to each other. So yeah, best house, Purple House, St. Agnes. I don't have a question, but I think you are a lovely person. I hope you have a great day. Oh, thank you. I think you're a lovely person too, because I know you and you write so well, and I'm such a huge fan. Every time I see like a tweet from you or something, I'm like, this girl is so smart and she articulates herself so well. Like I could never. That's my nose. I could never. So concealer, Fenty Beauty 390. I'm going to put it here, put it here, put it here. Nose, just, you know, just a little bit, and then some NYX. Oops, that's a lot. Yeah. That should be fine. Can you marry someone from a different faith? Personally I can't, because I want us to raise our children in like the same faith, so I can't. But I can marry somebody of a different denomination. So far as like I'm a Presbyterian, I can marry a Catholic, I can marry a Methodist, Pentecostal, some charismatic churches, and yeah, most of the Orthodox churches. But I don't think Presby matches well with maybe Latter-day Saints, like those who do SDA, those who wear earrings, like certain things, do you understand, it will clash, especially when we are trying to raise children. If it was just the two of us, you do you, I do me. But when there are children involved and other people involved, like I don't want to wear something your mother is giving me the eye because she's a Jehovah's Witness or she's a Mormon or something, she's giving me eyes. Like I don't want that, so no. Nah. Do you think you would have kids without getting married? It's not in the plan for me to have kids without getting married. I don't want to do it, but the thing is that you never know. If you hear that I'm pregnant, Jesus is coming again. But no, I don't want it. I don't want it to be a thing. I don't want to be a single mother. That's not in my plan at all. It's hot. It's super hot. God, you guys, I need to turn on the AC for a while. I'm sorry about the noise. Very, very sorry about the noise. But yeah, no, I can't do it. Do you think you could have done better with your YouTube if you were more consistent? 100%. I could have been better skill wise. I'm sorry guys, skill wise I could have been better. I would have had more subscribers, I would have learned a lot, I would have grown a lot. So definitely 100%. If I was consistent, I could post once a week every time, unless like times where I take breaks. 100% I would have been far away now, because I've been doing this for over 6 years. So yeah, I could have been far away. 2 bronze. I don't have a liquid bronzer. I have one, but I use it when I'm like doing a face beats. This is just talking to you guys. So hi, I'm not sure, oh I should have read this earlier. So hi, I'm not sure if I'm right about this, but I've gotten the impression that you might be waiting till marriage to have sex. If that's right, I'd like for you to share some advice on how you've been able to hold on this far, even when it seems impossible sometimes for the girlies who are on the same journey. So I don't say you're wrong about your impression. You're not wrong, you're somewhat right. I don't know if I'm waiting for marriage per se. I'm just waiting. So I don't know if I want it to happen before marriage, but I'm just waiting. So to clarify that, it's not I don't think it's to me, I don't think I'm doing it like for religious reasons just yet. Maybe one day, but right now no. So I'm just waiting. you know, for the right person. I'm just waiting. So yeah, but I think your main problem is how to basically abstain and not be tempted, and what, how have you been able to hold on this far? I think, you know, certain things are like, people are very curious about certain things, that's why they do it, and I think sex is one of those things. I feel like most of people's first times, or when they started having sex, was out of curiosity and maybe some peer pressure, but the peer pressure always comes with a little bit of curiosity, because you're like, let me just see what this person is saying. Like, do you understand? So I'm talking about consensual sex here. Consensual, is that the word? Consensual, whatever the word is, but that's what I'm talking about here. So yeah, I feel like a lot of people's curiosity, I feel like I am not that curious. That's my problem when it comes to sex. I don't want to be disappointed, so I put the curiosity aside. Like, if I get married and I'm disappointed, me and my husband will work it out. Do you understand? But I don't want to be disappointed. That's where I am now. In the beginning, what helped me was, I didn't want people, it was purity culture, and it's rooted in a lot of like internalized misogyny because of how some men behave after they have sex with you. So it's seen that like when people have sex with you, they feel like you've been used, they've slept with you, like how people say, oh, if you sleep on a girl on a first date, she's cheap. But you, the man, also did the sleeping, so you're also cheap. You are there in the room too. Do you understand? So it's like everybody if the men have sex, everybody sees them as these champions, and nobody's looking at men for purity, but everybody's looking at women for purity. So I didn't want to be one of those girls where, when I was younger, this was like SS time when people started having sex. So I was like, I didn't want to be one of those girls where this boy can say that, oh, you have had sex with you, or you have had sex with you. Do you understand? So that's where it started from. So I feel like that's what, that internalized thing is what held me through my young days. Then when I came to understand and try to unlearn all those things, it was basically the fear of being disappointed and the lack of curiosity. That's what held me. There's a part where religion plays a part, because I'm also thinking that I'm not saying that I've not been tempted, I'm not saying that I've not come close, but I just haven't, because I don't want to be disappointed. And yeah, that's basically it. I'm not curious enough to know what it's like, honestly. But I feel like if you are somebody who is easily tempted, you should avoid certain situations. Like, if you know that this boy, should I even put it this way? If you know that maybe I'm going to visit this boy, we are going to be in the same room together, I'm going to be tempted consensually, I'm going to be tempted to have sex with a person, then maybe try and avoid it. Or when you go there, try and leave early. Things like that. Discuss it with, especially if you have a boyfriend, discuss it with them and let them know that you are not trying to have sex before marriage. And if they don't want to and they're trying to convince you to, and you don't want to, leave. I promise you find somebody else. Leave. Like, it's how you don't expect to compromise your beliefs for them. You don't expect them to also compromise for you, because he might end up saying, okay, sure, and then go and get to somewhere else, and that's his business, and that's him breaking trust and integrity and being disrespectful, but you're still being cheated on. Do you understand? It's still something when you find out will hurt you. So just take yourself out of the equation in general. Yeah, so that's if you have a partner. If you don't have a partner, I'll say if you're Christian or if you're religious, pray about it and try to be strong. If you're easily tempted, try to avoid romance novels, movies with sex scenes that you know will tempt you, and also try to live your life and forget about it. Don't live like, oh my god, everybody knows that this girl's waiting for marriage and that thing also gives people that vim, like, oh, this guy can break it. This girl, I can break here, I can break this one, me, and they'll be betting on you and stuff like that. So yeah, just continue living your life. Sex is honestly a very small part of our lives, so just live your life to the fullest. Have hobbies, find different interests to occupy your time and things like that. And I feel like, yeah, you can do it. I don't know if I'm giving great advice or bad advice, but yeah, I'm sure you get it. Are you dating single or eyeing someone's man. I am eyeing someone's man. I'm just joking. I'm really joking. Just know that one day I'll just pop out married. That's all you need to know about my life. I feel like when you say you're dating, people are trying to steal you from your man. When you say you're single, you have unnecessary people moving to you. So yeah, I am happy. That's what you need to know. I am happy. What do I think about Cheddar for president? I think everybody who thinks Cheddar can be president is very unserious. If you see me promoting Cheddar, that means that my pockets are heavy. But now I feel like he's just there for vibes. Yeah. Where did you buy a dining table set, the round glass table? I bought it from a shop on the North Legon Road. I just randomly saw the shop. They sell a lot of like TV consoles, and I stopped to get a TV console, but the TV consoles were too expensive for me. So I saw this table with the chairs, and I was like, can I get the tables without the chairs? And they said yes. Can I get a table without the chair? They said yes. I was like, sure, give me the table. I got the table. I'm going to tell you, I got the table for 1K, and then I got the chairs from Oka on sale. Yeah. Let me go back to these questions. Do you want a house husband? I don't mind a house husband, but I want somebody like you know, Serena Williams' husband, like somebody who builds something, sells it, gets this large sum of money, and then decides to retire. That's the kind of house husband I want. So he has his, I have mine, but I am working for the income right now. So, and his is like investment income and things we used to do, big stuff. I don't mind, but I feel like I don't know if men have developed enough to be full-time house husbands. I'm afraid that situation can become very tricky very easily, but I don't mind the house husband if he has stuff going on for him, you know, so that he doesn't become resentful like a lot of housewives become eventually, especially when the one working is like living their life, doing everything, and you're stuck at home. Kind of, it's a very tricky situation. But I feel like I want a double income home, especially with how the world is going. Yeah. Are you scared of getting married? I'm not scared of getting married. I actually do want to get married if it's in the cards for me. If I don't, sure, but I do want to get married if it's in the cards for me. I'm not scared. I'm just very apprehensive when it comes to marriage, because there are so many things. I've been exposed to so many things you hear, so many things you see, and all those things. But I feel like I can do it. It's a challenge I can overcome. I feel like I can do it. So I'm not scared. I'm just a little, you know, apprehensive, hesitant. That's the word. Like, if it happens, sure. If it doesn't happen, yeah, if it happens, I'll work my hardest to make it work. But if it doesn't happen, we live our life. You see, we are not living life for the marriage. So yeah. Most of the questions are relationship questions, by the way. Can your partner move in with you, as in where I'm staying right now? No, unless my rent is up and he wants to rent this place. Yeah, but I'm not living with a man till I get married. I don't care what anybody says about learning the person before you marry, blah blah blah. I cannot do it. I want us to learn the marriage. So our first 2 years of marriage, we can use that to learn each other, living in the same space before we start thinking about even children. But now I am not living with my partner in this place, unless like my partner doesn't live in Accra and they want to come and live here for a while they are looking for a place to live. That one I can be kind enough, but I can't leave the space for you when live with my mother. When you find a place, I'll come back. But yeah, no, I'm not living with. But I can do sleepovers, but living with, no, I'm not about to start doing wifey. What can't you wait to try when you get married? Honestly, just to say, babe, I can't get the toilet paper from up there, come and take it for me. Meanwhile, I put it up there. Han, I hate those names, by the way. Can you zip me up? This one I had to go and wake Gisela up to zip me up when I was going to church. Can you believe it, guys? So no, those are the things that I cannot wait to do. Fenty Beauty powder to set. I'm like, nah, like honestly, those are the things. Having a Kokonsa partner, like, so most of them have built that sort of like kind of relationship with their partners already, so like it's nice to have somebody. So that's why I can't wait to do when I get married, like do all the coconuts and do family gist, and you know, I just want to be, babe, can you get the remote for me? And then foot massages, scalp massages, basically have a human that can do stuff for me in a romantic way. But yeah, honestly, those are the things I feel like are the fun parts of marriage. Like, yeah, everyone knows you have sex when you're married and you do certain things, and you have to share, and you have to, oh, like today we went to church. We had to leave. People had to leave earlier because they had to go and think about what they had to cook for the home and things like that, what they're eating today. And I just came here and I'm filming a video. I've not even eaten. So you see, those are the parts that I can't wait for. But I can't wait for when you call me like, babe, are you on your way home? Okay, I made this and this and this, so hurry back. Yeah, or I will call him and be like, babe, I made your favorite today. You know, those things. Yeah, that's what I can't wait for. Just the cutesy things. Long distance relationships or marriages. I feel like I can do a long distance marriage, but I can't do a long distance relationship. And I can only do a long distance relationship if we have a relationship here before one of us traveled. So we like have a foundation on this day, and then the person traveled. Not when the person is there and then now we're in a relationship. That I cannot do. But if we had a relationship before the person left, that one I can do. Number one. Number two, I feel like long distance relationships thrive on communication. My parents were in a long distance relationship for most of their marriage. In fact, all of their marriage and dating. So I know what it looks like when there's no, and that I don't blame them at that time, because communication was very expensive, because first it had to be phone booths, letters and stuff like that, so there was a delay, it was expensive and stuff like that. But when phones came to, international calls were very expensive, but now we have WhatsApp, FaceTime, all these other things, social media and stuff like that. I feel like communication will really help a lot, and then having a lot of trust in your partner, trusting each other, and each other like vowing to be faithful to each other and loyal to each other. I feel like it will work. I don't mind a long distance marriage or relationship, just that I want a foundation before the distance, not the distance. Like, do you understand? Would you divorce? Would divorce be an option for you, or you work things out? It depends on if things can be worked out. I have not sat under my eye and I keep talking.
Where have you been all my life?
So, next question. Would divorce be an option for you, or will you work things out? So as I was saying, it depends on what's causing the divorce. If it's stepping out of the marriage, adultery, I don't think I can work it out. Not because I think it's unforgivable, but because I think I personally cannot forget. It will be a thing. I don't want to be paranoid. If I'm calling you, you're not picking up, it reminds me of the time you cheated. If it reminds me of the time you cheated. So I can't stay in that situation, especially if you can't stay in that situation if I am the one who cheats. Do you understand? It has to be, if you think, my rule on it is, if you think that when it's done to you, you will not like it, don't do it to somebody else. You know, do you understand? Be considerate. So if you are not a considerate person, I don't think it can be, sometimes I don't even think it can be learned after a certain age. If you are not a considerate person, I'm leaving. You know, that's disrespect. Also, if there's like abuse and all these extreme things, definitely I am leaving. Divorce is always an option for me. I say that my house is so white. I say this, I keep saying this, that divorce is always an option for me personally, because I feel like if you are afraid to get divorced, that's when you tolerate a lot of BS. You sit down for people to walk over you all in the name of you don't want to be divorced. So I feel like if your partner even knows divorce is an option, they're on their toes. Do you understand? They're on their toes. So yeah, it will be an option for me, always be an option for me. I will try my hardest possible best to work things out. Do you understand? I am not going to say, oh, he's doing this divorce, he's doing this divorce. No, I know that's not how marriage works. We're going to try and work things out. Only things that can be worked out. You cannot beat me and expect it to work out, because after the first time you hit me, I am loved at home. I'm going back to my father's house. My father will welcome me with open arms. Do you understand? Widely open, big arms. So nah, if I have to, I'm leaving. That's it. But if it's things that we can work out, if it's petty things that we've sat on for things to boil and they become big issues and we can settle it and we can have therapy and things can get better, definitely I will stay. What will make somebody a wrong partner? There are so many things that will make somebody a wrong partner. There's when you people don't have the same what's the word, it's not philosophies, the same values, especially, that person probably is a wrong partner for you. When you're not compatible in so many different ways, you people don't sometimes even have the same, maybe if you even have the same sense of, you don't have the same like sense of humor, but you understand each other's sense of humor, you are very considerate and you try to learn and like laugh. I feel like it can work. But when it's like you two, when the person gives you the ick too much, I feel like that's the wrong partner for you. I'm talking about serious icks, please. I'm not talking about he dresses a certain way. That can be changed, but like, do you understand? So I feel like there's so many things. That's a very broad topic. So many things that make people wrong partners, but yeah, whatever. It's to line my lips. To sharpen this thing. Wow, it hurts. So I don't want to use my setting spray, but I'm going to wash this off, so I'm using my finishing spray. Oh, by the way, it's the one size. Then mascara. What's the location for my honeymoon? Why somebody asked me for location for my honeymoon? I always plan, I always want, like, I want to do 3 countries for my honeymoon, so I'll spend more of my money, my budget on my honeymoon than the wedding. My parents can pay for the wedding, his parents or he himself, but most of my money, honeymoon. I want to do 3 countries in a month, or 4, go to different places across the world, basically. But I wanted to do 7, right? Like, I wanted to do one country in every continent. I was like, that's very unrealistic. So you can do like like 4 countries in Europe, or you can do like to Africa to Europe. So like 1 country in Africa or 2 countries in Africa. I definitely want to do an African country, and then 2 countries in Europe, or maybe we can do America. America is very long, like the process is long. Or we can do America, or we can do like Australia is too far. We can do Asia, yeah, or South America. So it depends. We have to plan it together. It's obviously not just my opinion. My husband's opinion also counts. So yeah, but definitely a big. I'm gonna live it large on my honeymoon. Yeah. Do I believe in 50-50? I don't believe in splitting everything 50-50, but I believe in a double income household. I believe in doing things that work for you. If I feel like maybe my earnings as an entrepreneur is here and there, right? So maybe you work at 9 to 5, your earnings are more consistent, So maybe we use your money to do the things that are consistent, like bills and regular maintenance of certain things and school fees, and so that we are always assured that these things are covered. Maybe my income goes more into our savings, our pensions and investments, big ticket items that we've saved for, like we want to buy a car or something like that, right? But I also believe in separate accounts, and then one joint account for like household stuff, and maybe another account for like savings for ostentatious things and travels and stuff like that. But I believe that you should work together, do whatever works for your marriage. If 50-50 is what works for both of you, do it. But one thing I'm not doing is paying school fees, because I feel, I don't know, like I like the way my dad can pay my school fees, so I feel like it's something that even if I pay, I'll go for my money back. Like I'd rather buy a car than pay school fees. I don't know, I just don't want to pay school fees. There's something about my mom paying school fees. Oh Lord, I'm sorry, but yeah, I think that's it. So I don't believe in 50-50 equal splits. I feel like sometimes it can be 70-30, sometimes it can be 80-10, depending on the situation, especially when it comes to finances. But I'm not going on a date with my husband and splitting the bill 50-50. Are you crazy? I'm not doing that. If I'm paying, I'm paying. If he's paying, he's paying. But nah, it's not. What's 50-50? People should get a grip. Get a grip. What other questions do I have? I feel like I've been speaking too much. I have some more questions here. How did I meet my best friend? So my first best friend actually met me at my naming ceremony. So her mother was pregnant with her at my naming ceremony. So I met her 7 months later. That's Yvonne. So Yvonne and I have grown up together since we were literally born. We celebrated our first 5 birthdays together. Like we are like that from birth. We still talk. Our parents are still cool. Like I know Mommy Diana is waiting for me to come. Like they've relocated, but I know Mommy Diana is waiting for me to come. Like I've been saying I'm coming for the past like 10 years. I've not gone. So yeah, that's my first friend. My other best friends, I met them in high school. So I met Stacy and Ta in high school, Holy Child. Stacy was my bankmate, and Ta I met in front of the house. Her mother and my mom started having a conversation, and yeah, and then we also started talking, and that's how we became friends. She was the first friend I made in Holy Child that I didn't go with, like from GSS. Do you understand? So yeah, I also have some friends from GSS. We also met in high school. Some we met in church. So like different places. But my 3 like main friends, like people I talk to the most, yeah, that's how we met from childhood. And the other one, Stacy was she was sleeping by me this way, like bankmate, and then Ta was like, we come home together, we go to church, we used to go to church together and things like that. And then our parents knew each other too. Like my mother knew her father, but her mom is the one that brought her to school. So now my mom knows her mom too. So yeah, that's basically the relationship. Let's wait, remember the rest of the question. I need to open this anonymous thingy. Most of them are, yeah, I'm fine, thank you, like those answers. I said I wanted topics. I think that's enough for today. Let's end it here so that I can edit this thing and post it for you guys to watch. But yeah, I'm finished with my look. I didn't do my lip. I didn't do my lip. Where's my lip gloss? You guys, I can't find my lip gloss, so we have to do more lip balm after the and then we fix the hair, and yeah, we are done. So thank you for watching, and I hope the AC didn't make a lot of noise, and I hope you enjoyed this episode. You got to chit chat and you got to see my opinions on certain things. Next I want to ask your opinions, and you want me to talk about something, bring it, so that it's not relationship. We get to talk about a wider range of stuff. All right. Okay, so thank you very much, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.